what's going on, guys? So listen, we got finally got the video version of Hara's AMA. Uh, he just did last week. So let's get right into it. So I will be off screen so you guys can enjoy the AMA, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Uh, Thank you for all for joining us for today's AMA. First, let me introduce our CTO, Horit-san. Horit-san, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to this AMA. It's my first AMA here with all of you. I'm excited to answer all of your questions. My name is Bernd Hollerit. You can call me Bernie. I've been in Japan for 10 years now. I studied engineering here, got my PhD of engineering, and I've been working in tech leadership for over 10 years. And I joined Changchun because I like what you guys been developing from a technological point of view, and I see the vision, and I want to do my best to support this huge project. Looking forward to hearing your questions. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Horit-san. So now let's move on to a question from Brian.
There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Sorry about that delay there. But hey, everyone, it's good to see you guys again. I don't think we've done a Telegram AMA with the ambassadors since February. But for the questions, I was just getting this pulled up on a separate screen. For Bernd, very nice to meet you. The first question I have is I'm interested in the DA layer of Junction. It sounds like the process of labeling in Junction's modular data annotation layer will be crowdsourced, at least partially, and rewarded and punished through the token reward system. If my assumption of crowdsourcing is accurate, will the DA layer be open to remote or flex workers globally after passing qualification tests, such as other data annotation companies have available? The reason I'm asking is, one, because remote and flex work is currently, I can speak in the US, something that a lot of people would be looking for in middle and lower class incomes, or with the job market as it stands. And two, I'm wondering what that reward and punish system would look like from a tokenomics perspective.
Okay, jumping right in there with a really detailed question. Thank you very much. All right, let me start by explaining from big to small what currently has been asked. So this is a question about the DA layer of Junction. And maybe we should start with what Junction is and how we get there. So I'd like to start by mentioning, so JASMY Lab is developing the Junction project, which is a GPU pool which connects the supplies and demand. We're integrating a layer 1 and layer 2 blockchain with our own consensus algorithms. And then on top of that, we will have a data annotation layer. We will have a point-to-token system, token reward system, native token. And then on top of all of that, we will have the data science and data analytics on the gathered data. And yeah, so to your question, so this is where the DA layer of Junction comes in. So we are a little bit removed from that. We are currently developing the layer 2, finishing that up, then the layer 1, and then the data annotation layer will be delivered on top of that. The first step is that you can earn points from connecting your GPU to our system. Later, you can convert those points to tokens, and then you can use those tokens in any way you see fit. And to your questions about, so will flex hours become a necessity, or will that be supported? So yeah, of course. So we really want you to connect your GPU to at any time that is convenient for you, and that not only affects G7 countries, but also all countries that are interested in making a little bit of extra money. Whenever you don't need to use your GPU, let's say you're using your PC for work, but you don't use it at night, or you go out, you don't use it, you can connect to a GPU pool, and then you can earn your points and tokens with that. So I hope that answered your question. We can talk a little bit more about our consensus algorithms. So that will be a mix of proof of resource and proof of task, and we are in the process of developing that and announce more as soon as we get to it. So yeah, thank you for your question again.
Thank you, Bernd. And in terms of labeling the data, will that all be done privately, or will you crowdsource any of the data labeling through anyone who wants to apply to see if that remote type work is available?
Yeah, so it sounds like a good way to crowdsource that. Maybe we'll start privately because we want to make sure that data quality is ensured. And as soon as we can confirm that it's ensured and we have some quality data to work with, we can also crowdsource that.
Excellent, thank you. That answers my question on that. For the second question, I assume that JASMY's agentic AI for the personal data lockers will be utilizing Junction services. If so, will the release of these agents be contingent on the launch of Junction's platform, or will it migrate over to it post-launch? I'm asking because it looks like the PDL is set for launch on the Japanese app iOS store sooner than Junction's expected launch date, and want to know if users will have immediate access to their AI agents.
Yeah, so I think that's more of a question for Hara-san, actually. So the personal data locker, as you know, it's a system from JASMY, and I should explain JASMY and JASMY Lab are different entities. So if you think about JASMY, you should think about the JASMY token, and you should think about the personal data locker. And for Junction, it's our GPU pool. So what I can say is that the personal data locker is completely unrelated to what we're developing, and it's not contingent on being released. So our project will work with and without the personal data locker.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much for your question, Brian. It's really nice to meet you. Also, yeah, so JASMY's strategy is to expand the consortium from Japan. Also, last month, we announcing tech expos from Japanese industry. And also, we have recently announced the development of an AI agent that utilizes JASMY's personal data lockers, which is the foundation of our personal data initiatives, platinum data initiatives. Also, our one of our concept and patent name in Japan. And basically service as the foundation for data analysis that can be freely used by our consortium members. So the AI engine is being developed in cooperation with Japan Travel Agency as the foundation of the Platinum Data Initiative. So yeah, so the main purpose of the AI agent is to develop an AI engine that utilize data. So in contrast, yeah, Junction is also mentioned. So Horeitsu-san is also a project that aims to develop a GPU pools and to provide a distributed supply of surplus GPUs and to monetize the data by providing valid data owned by individuals to AI development companies. So while we have different development and development methods, so we have separate teams in order to rapidly expand the number of PDL users and double the speed in terms of expanding the JASMY coins ecosystems. So we do not have a development policy where one is contingent on the others. Yeah, thanks for your questions.
Thank you. And if I may just elaborate on that question, I do remember there was a proof of concept video on the JASMY internal YouTube page a while ago showing the AI agent being given permissions to log into various apps and extract data to refine for the personal AI agent to assist, which is also what you guys have discussed in the past. Will the AI agent by JASMY be utilizing the resources from Junction's GPU pool as well? I think that part I also was wondering about.
Yes, also one of our dApps projects working on the junction, it's uses our personal data local. Then just it's also a virtual YouTuber project who have 6 million subscribers on YouTube. Then just we want to provide this the PDAL function and utilize their user or subscribers' behaviors, because they don't know about this behavior, only to how many times subscribed on this movie, or how many people attend the real online and offline live event. So they cannot connect it. So we can even provide this function to utilize some users' behavior to use our personal data local. So for JASMY side, we can expect some millions of users initially, and for Junction also expect about huge amount of transactions from this from token to from point to token exchanging systems. So that's why we are looking for something new opportunity to integrate our personal data local to the Web3 project newly coming here from Web2 industry or some cloud industry. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Hara-san. And just to clarify for everyone, you have mentioned in the past when we've asked about what JASMY will be used for within the Junction ecosystem, and you've given a concise answer in reply, but exactly what does that tokenomics look like for JASMY coin being used within the Junction ecosystem? I think a lot of people may not have seen that post and would like to hear.
Yeah, also, some main function from function and some main vision from the beginning from JASMY Hub. It's also how to make value from data. So it can be possible to input some data to in the AI industry. For example, creating some large language models with some approval from data owners, or clear lights for the individual users, some photo or some information, enquete, and so on. So especially for we can even access to IoT devices like a laptop or some smartphone and so on. So that's why it's really so challenging how to make value from data. But JASMY's progress is not so fast. So that's why the Junction is eager to join this AI industry, more like a attractive or a huge market rather than Japan blockchain. Then just also maybe this is the Japanese culture, I guess. So the most company should compete with other company who located in this same industry. For example, some AI industry, or who want to create some their own large language models. So it's also like a Toyota's large LLM or Asahi's, Sony's. Every company should create their own large language models. So that's why it's really attractive market in this industry, how to compete with others. So we can provide one of solving the problems. So we can get some approval from users on our chain. So that's why we actually for from JASMY's product to our JASMY coins ecosystem, we want to switch by using our blockchain platforms. So now we are like of course it's complicated regulation or more technical side details we have to learn or some adapt But actually, for now we can create some product from the ground with something new project from Web 2. So it's easy to join or create some product from the ground, and easy to adjust from with some there like a demand want to use some data, and also how to make value from data to tokens. So that's why we actually integrate our junction chain to JASMY coins. Then just easy to create some wallet by account abstraction function and get easy to get JASMY coin on this platform. It's also like one of our clear vision.
Perfect. And so, yeah, it definitely sounds like Junction is able to make use of JASMY coin to start creating a token economy sooner than some of the initiatives by JASMY, which are more slow moving with the cooperation of larger businesses and regulatory environment. My next question, we know the super wallet has been ready, and it sounds like the subtasks on the roadmap wrap up testing in Q4 of the Japan fiscal year. When will it be launched, and will the wallet release be globally at first, or just to the Japanese users and then expanding into Southeast Asia?
It's an easy way to deposit and withdraw ERC20 and 721 and 1155 and so on, and other tokens like SBT or stablecoin. So on the consortium chain, also JASMY-based layer 1 chain. So, and functions to achieve reward payments in line with the data provided. So currently, it functions as a common point on Sagan Toast Fund token application and is planned for release as a payment application utilizing a new stablecoin called JPYD licensed in Japan. So although it can also be accessed globally due to regulations, development, also development language, and yeah, the service users initially envisioned. We are proceeding with Japanese user first. So, but we are preparing to expand to an English version and to download by overseas users as the developer program unfolds. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Hara-san. And I know some of my other questions are geared more towards JASMY, but Bernd had mentioned in his reply about the layer 1. Are you ready to discuss that with the community? I know you had mentioned it to me, but I don't know any details and didn't know if you are currently able to elaborate on the L1.
Yeah, so that's a question for me, I suppose. So like I mentioned, we're starting with a layer 2 to show that we can do that, and layer 2 is easier to implement. We're going to integrate the layer 2 into the GPU pool soon, and then we are fully developing the layer 1. So yeah, what I can say now about the layer 1 is that we're finishing the concept of it, and that we are going to have a mix of proof of task and proof of resource, and maybe proof of stake authority for the consensus algorithm. And we want to have our own layer 1 so that we can expand it in any way that we see fit, and update it and have our own dApps developed on that with our own native token.
Awesome, thank you, Bernd. So just so everyone is clear on that from who may not keep up with everything. So Junction is creating their layer 1 for their GPU solution DeepIn project, correct?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. The next question, Hara, I just wanted to clarify on the secure PC business, the licenses themselves. Does I don't have a business, so I have not requested the materials from JASMY to use secure PCs. So I can't see the licensing agreements or the tiers you may offer for licensing. On your website, it says that there are currently over 5,000 licenses issued for secure PC. Does one license mean one terminal? Or can a license be used across multiple terminals within a business? In other words, I'm asking, is the 5,000 licenses mean 5,000 individual secure PCs, or could that number be higher?
Yeah, sure. Also, JASMY Secure PC is an installed software services. So we calculate one license per laptop, desktop, PCs. So it means including individual or businesses. For example, one of our biggest users are Transcosmos, but each operator has some installed devices or laptops in their house or call centers located in Tokyo, Hokkaido, and Okinawa. Also, even we can expand this business into Philippine industry because it's biggest English call centers. So yeah, that's why it's also including combine some individual business, but it's also one license in one devices.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying. And Hara, my final question, and I'll pass the buck on to the other speakers and questions that were submitted. We've those of us who have followed JASMY for a very long time now know that the original development started with centrality for the blockchain and JASMY. We know you ran into complications with a few different things, which is a totally different question. But the question I have now is, they are currently developing their Web3 metaverse through the Futureverse project. They have a good size ecosystem. They're developing a AAA environment, as well as them having their own artificial intelligence engine, ASM or altered state machine, and Silo, of course. So there's a lot of opportunities for JASMY to help enhance their ecosystem. And there's a lot of us who have been wondering if there are plans to collaborate more outside of licensing for Plug's Toolkit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course, you know well about our history. Yeah, currently we do not collaborate with Centrality or Mr. McDonald's, so Alon or any other brothers, so who had the CEO of Centrality, including some development. Of course, the structure of our platform from the beginning is based on the Centrality network. So some layers or some technical parts, actually we can learn from their history, especially for some blockchain functions. So, and we recognize that we have a high affinity with this project. So on the other hand, in light of the current status of the Centrality project, I do not believe that there is an incentive for us to dare to collaborate with Alon's team or Alon's project. Of course, I know I am checking his also about his product for Web3 Metaverse project. Of course, including some other relationships already connect as a Slack channel or any other SNS. So, but our so JASMY management doesn't like this now like a situation. So actually for like so it's not so active, and he quit his past job and newly create something new product. But it's actually, so it doesn't matter about our situation. So of course, not only Centrality or any other past collaboration project. So we actually focus on something new opportunity to expand our business into some new industry. Yeah, of course, including AI or some, yeah, Europe and US location. So for example, one of our new products is carbon credit exchanges. It's really familiar with Europe industry. So that's why we have to learn more about these early adapters. Or we should be some standard development players for this industry from Japan. So that's why every year we are looking for something new opportunity. Then yeah, of course, open source blockchain or some infrastructure layer, it's really close for our side and easy to communicate with something new project. So on the other hand, for Web2 project or some listed company from Asia, it's also like a familiar with some Sony's management team or any other IoT product team. So that's why we are, yeah, of course, looking for something new opportunity every day. Yeah, so let's continue to discuss or some talk, some conversation with some communities included. Yeah, thank you for your questions.
Thank you, Hara-san, and good to talk to you again. And Bernd, it was very nice to meet you, and I appreciate you answering my questions. I'll go ahead and pass on to the next speaker.
Thank you for the question, Brian. Before we take Taiko's question, I have a question from JASMY US. JASMY US and Captain JASMY, who are supposed to participate. Instead, I ask the question. So, for example, when can we expect users to be able to participate in Junction mainnet?
Yeah, the mainnet, so for the layer 2 that we're currently developing will be done within a month. So you should be available, it should be available to participate at that time.
Hey, that's good. Next question. Hara-san, will users be staking JASMY token to help secure the Junction network? If so, what type of proof of stake consensus model would Junction use? Will stakers a portion of the JASMY token paid to the use Junction?
I think that might also be a question for me. Maybe you said Hara-san, but yeah, so like I mentioned before, we will have a combination of proof of resource and proof of task for our consensus mechanism, and maybe proof of stake authority might also play a role. So why do we need that? So we are connecting GPUs to a GPU pool, and then we want to see how they are used. So we have to have proof of resource to say, see we have those resources of the GPUs. And then when you train something with those GPUs, let's say a large language model, or you use it for cloud services, for cloud gaming, for image rendering, whatever you need the GPU for, we also need to prove that the task is actually completed. So if we have a combination of both of those consensus algorithms, then it can be very secure and safe, and you can really prove that everything is done correctly in the way that we want to achieve it. And yeah, maybe something that is also relevant here is that you can stake the JASMY coin for our Junction project, and please look forward to any announcements regarding that.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Hara-san, is Junction looking to cooperate with Sony's new Sonium, which is able to built using the OP stack?
Yeah, also, I'm actually, before this meeting, I'm waiting for something, yeah, many questions about Sonium, but it's, I can't talk a lot because also many relationships I have. So, but actually, so Junction is developing on the OP stack to, as a layer 2 to quickly release its own open source layer 2 chains. So it's also similar with Sony's Sonium. In fact, So development of the dApps is already underway and it's expected to be ready for release soon. So to prepare for this, they are developing the layer 2 chain. So afterward, we plan to evaluate a new consensus mechanism for the layer 1 chain and then integrate the layer 2 chain into the layer 1 chain. But it's also like our policy or some strategy. It depends on like our market situations. So, but we should create something new from Japan and something biggest, the Japanese blockchain project. We should do this. So because JASMY is already number one cryptocurrency in Japanese industry. So Junction was a mainnet from JASMY. Also create something biggest project. We should do this. And Sony doesn't matter about this, right? Well, but also we want to collaborate, something like an application or DEX, dApps, DeFi, and so on. Something application we can collaborate with them. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for clarifying that. I think all JASMY holders were curious about this. Okay, next question. Horizon, what cross-chain function is Junction utilizing? Will you use multiple cross-chain networks?
Yeah, so right now, of course, we're not utilizing any cross-chain function. So we're developing our own layer 2 and then our own layer 1. In the future, it depends on the market demand. So if you really need some specific cross-chain, then please let us know. So we listen to you. That's why we have those AMAs. What we're considering first is the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, of course, because of widespread adoption. And yeah, that enables the developers to create versatile apps that operate across multiple networks. So if you have any other requests or you want to specify exactly which kind of cross chains you had in mind, then please talk to us.
Yeah, I want to add the information. So additionally, we envision a cross-chain services together with a development company that deploys DEX covering more than 8 chains. So basically, BTC and EVM-based infrastructures are designed to be supported, and will be so expanded according to market and demand side. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. That's really insightful. Next question. Is Junction seeking partnership participation with data centers and crypto mining companies to onboard enterprise-level GPU centers?
Okay, answer this. Yeah, of course, we plan to collaborate with mining companies and data centers because we have some good GPUs. So companies that have been mining Bitcoin in particular have abundant GPUs. Considering the decrease in revenue due to Bitcoin's halving, we aim to solve this issue by utilizing these GPUs. Also, huge data centers are being established in Hokkaido from Japan, mainly in Ishikari, Chitose, and so on. So it's supported by Japanese government. So with great support from, and we have particularly high expectations for the GPU business that Junction is developing. So we recently had a meeting with an edge AI company active in Sapporo, the Hokkaido. Local production for local consumption of data is an issue for Hokkaido because Hokkaido is really, so countryside. But it's really a great opportunity for joining this local production and local consumption industry. So we would like to play a role in connecting supplier and users. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Recently, a mining company was in the news in Japan for a new data center. Okay, next question. With Ripple announcing EVM smart contract on their networks through sidechain, will you look to cooperate with Ripple?
Yeah, actually, we don't so much close to Ripple, but Ripple has high recognition in Japan, so very well known about Japanese users, and more companies are entering the market. So including companies like Sony, we will explore cooperation opportunities if it serves both businesses. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next question. Will there be payment abstraction for using Junction, where users will be able to pay with other options, such as a credit card and stablecoins, that would automatically purchase JASMY token for the user?
Yeah, actually, for this is a kind of technical information included. So for payment method to AI development companies we cooperate with, we will employ traditional methods like a credit card or a bank transfer, I'm not sure, or like a stablecoin sending functions. So it's better and compatible with Web2 cloud GPU platforms. So the generated revenue will be returned to the ecosystem by staking tokens. So it combines some traditional payment function and token incentives. Yeah, thank you.
That sounds good. Okay, finally, I'll ask Jasmy's US 2 question. Will users be able to access Junction service from the Jasmy Super Wallet?
Okay, once the UI and UX of Jasmy wallet is completed for Junctions, and also actually these different projects, but so we can combine the Jasmy's personal data locker and the related wallet. So we plan to proceed with integrations. So, and firstly, we can collaborate with not only like a database, but also the KYC or some IoT device information. So until then, we are considering using EVM compatible wallets. So we can cover some account abstraction wallet, or so easy to get some point as a tokens. So point and token systems. So it's firstly we want to collaborate with some function. Then just looking for something new integration from Jasmy's wallet, because Jasmy's chain is totally different from other open source ones. It's really difficult to integrate itself, especially for the regulation or some technical decisions. So that's why firstly we want to collaborate on database, personal data locker first, and utilizing their data, and want to provide some revenue opportunity to get some information on their database. Thank you.
Hey, that sounds good. Jasmy US questions are over. Thank you very much. So next, could you have question from Taiko-san, please? Taiko-san, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, KJ-san. Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I'm always happy to join your guys' AMAs. KJ-san, Bernd, yoroshiku. Nice to meet you. Hara-san, nice to see you again, sir. So for my first question, I'd like to explore development progress a little bit more with Junction. I know that you just said that you're working on the proof of resource, the layer 2 integration with the GPU pool. How far along do you think Junction is right now, and what big steps have you guys already knocked out, and what do you think is coming up next?
Yeah, so that's a technical question again. So nice to meet you too, Taito-san. The big thing that we knocked out is we have developed the MVP for the GPU pool. So if you attended one of our live events here in Tokyo, you've already seen the presentations about that. And the next steps, as we mentioned, is finish the layer 2, then integrate that layer 2 into the GPU pool. After that, develop the whole layer 1 with the new consensus algorithms, and then replace the layer 2 with the layer 1. And at the same time, we are also developing some dApps, decentralized apps, and we are seeing if we can cooperate to include Sony PlayStations into our GPU pool. So right now we're supporting many GPUs and mostly from PCs and big GPUs like H100s, A100s, and we're seeing if we can integrate PlayStations as well. That would be a huge next step for Junction. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. And then I'd like to look into token availability a little bit. Maybe dispel some rumors or help us understand how the Junction token is going to work. For instance, is it something that we can actually buy? Is there going to be like an ICO or a DEX launch, or is this something that you accumulate through data with, you know, working with the PDLs or pooling the GPUs, anything like that?
Yeah, exactly. Also, there are some rumor first, and also we don't too much mention about Junction's token itself. So Junction's strategy is to expand its community in conjunction with JASMY coins. So as we develop the layer 1 and layer 2 chains as protocols, the concept of decentralization and more participatory community will be achieved with recruiting some like a node participants. So this means the node savings. So either individuals or business that operate mining machines, we want to involve it. So the node is designed to be able to mine JASMY coin as well, not only Junction new tokens, but also the JASMY coin as well. So this will allow early investor to participate. So we means we don't do ICO or some like offering, only to provide some node participants. So in addition, many Japanese and Asian projects have expressed interest in participating as dApps due to our track record and credibility. So really famous project, you can get it. So we would like to offer node participants the opportunity to earn new tokens by staking them. So please stay tuned for like a further announcement. And actually, we are like also, yeah, Holet-san already mentioned our strategy of development. And for some, yeah, you know, so JASMY still only have 4 nodes. So it's also like a private chain. So that's why we Junction more focus on open source blockchain and decentralized a kind of ownership of chain for some, you know, so yeah, so the back asset is also data itself, and also with some new consensus mechanisms. So GPU is really confident for our networks, and now we have to involve something mining companies. So this is also like our tokens strategies. Thank you for your question, Taiko-san.
Arigato. So can we talk about future partnerships? Maybe anything that is on the horizon, some collaborations in the pipeline, any big names in tech or crypto that we could be maybe hyped about? Anything new?
Yeah, also, you know, for JASMY side, already collaborated with some famous and listed historical companies. Also, not only Japan, but also any other Asian industry. So then the reason why Junction is developing with OP-Stack is to release our open source L2 chain as soon as possible. In fact, dApps development is already underway, and so yeah, we'll be ready for release soon. So it's also like our first use cases with some, yeah, which actually focus on something new project from this Web 2, and Web 2 is also like some of the companies who have some good experience in Web 2, but they newly joined this Web 3 with some good like a blockchain function or some token utilization or create some their Web 3 community and so on. So we can cover all of the infrastructure, or for example, some creating some wallet or create some application and so on. So that's why this is also like our strategy for involving something new from Web 2. But on the other hand, for some collaboration with Web 3 companies, we are like now we are negotiating.
Hori-san, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear Hara's voice?
I think Hara is frozen.
Yeah, it looks like he's frozen. He was just getting to the good part too.
Sorry, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
加藤君、なんか大丈夫だった？
あ、はい。多分ハンさん固まっていました。
あ、固まってた。失礼しました。
はい。お願いします。
OK、どこまで喋ったかなActually, we are, looking for something new collaboration in Web 2 industry and Web 3 industry. Also, about Web 2 industry, we are looking for something new dApps participants, like this virtual YouTuber, or actually we are negotiating with some retro game project or some micropayment company and so on. So it's something new project with some skillful and good experience in Web 2 industry. So for dApps expanding strategy, we are looking for something new product. So on the other hand, for other protocol or some Web 3 industry, now actually we are collaborating with some ZK protocols or any other infrastructure layer or some other protocol or IoT based and AI based industry. But we don't complete with some agreements until now. So yeah, wait for a moment for next announcement. We want to create something new or some trending and some suit for real business with Web3 technology side. So yeah, of course, we want to collaborate with some good huge market in this AI and game industry, especially not only Web3 and Web2, not only, but also Web2 and listed companies. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. That's all very exciting. As you know, I'm really interested into the Web3 gaming portion of what you guys are potentially doing and how we can get involved with that. And that kind of leads me into community involvement and how non-companies or non-crypto companies can get involved with JASMY and Junction. And, you know, besides buying into JASMY and everything, is how can the community actually get involved and help push Junction forward? Are there any programs or initiatives that we can join? I know that we said that you said that there was mainnet was going to be in 1 month, and there's some mentions or talk about a JASMY Explorer, blockchain explorer. But is there anything, any programs or initiatives that we can join as just regular community members?
Yeah, thanks so much. Actually, first of all, we consider the voice of the community to be our highest priorities, you know. So we actively incorporate feedback from the community and consider how to incorporate it into our projects, as well as accepting collaboration proposal and investment. So we accept through tough feedback when the market is strong, but also during difficult times as part of the appeal of Web3. So on top of that, yes, a comment like this are very encouraging. Thanks so much. So we would like to actively support application projects that break out of the traditional cloud-based platform by utilizing data, which is the new Junction's visions. So yeah, please try our various applications. So first of all, they will be GPU pools to reuse idle resources such as gaming devices and data platform to create new AI products with permission to use data, and the new metaverse and virtual YouTuber communities, and also many other projects that are already under development. So we are the infrastructure, but we will focus on applications. So we intend to develop real business on the Web3. Yeah, natural but important things to do. So actually for JASMY only, so have focused on Japanese industry, and for some tokens or some tokens are cryptocurrency market. Of course, expanding business into global exchanges or world famous market makers or some VCs. So we hope that user will have direct contact with the Junction chain and also open source, and also give us valuable feedback on the, of course, including some UI and UX or what users expect our new project. Even also want to expand some JASMY coins ecosystems. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I know you've already gotten a whole bunch of these questions, but I have to ask and talk about the Sony connection a little bit more. It's just, with your team having such, such a strong background and connection with Sony just historically, we see Sony making a lot of moves in the blockchain, particularly with Astar. So we're just trying to see what is Junction's connection to Sony. Are we going to see anything big come out of that? I know that we're talking about GPU pooling with PlayStations. Is that the angle that we're talking, or is there more to it?
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much. Already JASMY collaborate with now actually 3 types of collaboration with Sony's Web2 companies. So laptop for creating some blockchain BIOS, so laptop brand BIOS, and the second one is Bit Networks who are managing some human resource, so like a working hour or some like operators behavior and so on. So the second one is life insurance companies, so who are using our JASMY Secure PC to manage some salespersons. So it's actually combines some, of course, some JASMY's blockchain, but it's totally different from token itself. So only this using this chain and automatically get some like a user's behavior on their database. On the other hand, for this Sonium, I also mentioned, so yeah, Sonium also have a lot to say about Sonium, and so I just I don't feel a big vision in the least. Not sure why they choose layer 2 for OP stack. So I have a slightly different impression of Sony from what I have heard from Ando-san and Sato-san and any other Sony's alumni. so far. So JASMY's strengths are the financial sector and IoT. So I very much like to actively collaborate with Sony in these areas. So more and more, so not only BIOS, but also any other Expedia or some Sony Bank and Sony Bank, or and likewise. So on the other hand, one of the major points we are considering in the development of Junction is how to collaborate with integrate with PlayStation or any other gaming device GPU on our chains. Not only chain, on our platforms. So rather than simply dividing the market, we would like to explore a way to work in mutually complementary manners, including collaboration with Sony. Then just also now already contacting with Sony's PlayStation teams for other developer sides. So it's really so challenging if we can get some accept from Sony's developers ID who can allow to issue application on PlayStation networks. So this means user easy to use this application and register users PlayStation on our platform and just plug in and wait. So platform can create GPU pool to provide some idle resources to the demand side companies. So now actually this GPU cloud industry is really competitive. They are looking for more high spec machines like H100, A100, but we mostly focus on these idle GPUs, especially inside of some gaming devices or gaming PCs. So that's why we are looking for the Junction project. We are looking for something new collaboration with Sony. Thank you.
Thanks, Asan. I appreciate that. And you did mention Ando-san and Sato-san. That really is the reason why we always ask about the Sony connection, because they're past positions with Sony. And it kind of leads me to my next and last question is, with Junction, what role do Ando-san and Sato-san have with Junction? Can you kind of elaborate on that for us?
Also we have also the JASMY Labs office is the same as JASMY's, so located in Tokyo and near from Shibuya. So that's why we are talking about this AI industry or GPU usage every day or every week. And so Ando-san and Sato-san are in position to advance JASMY's plan related to for some carbon credits or some payment system and so on, also providing some PDFs, so which they have been promoting or providing some business opportunities. So at Junction, we are leveraging the extensive connection to help introduce and form partnerships with mainly Web2 companies collaborations or government, local, some government, or some, of course, including some bank relationship and so on. So likewise. So it's really so already when I start this project Junctions, I talked Ando-san and Sato-san. This is also my vision. And the main purpose is expanding some JASMY coins ecosystems to open source blockchain, and especially I want to achieve how to make value from data in this AI industry. It's better for getting some approval from users, and also we want to provide some revenue opportunity to the users. So I just want to create the project from the ground with some good support from our relationships, of course, including some politics and some technical parts or any other investors. So that's why also, yeah, Hando-san and Sato-san agree with my new visions for expanding this open source business from Japan to outside of like globals. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, gentlemen.
Taiko-san, thanks for the question. I'll ask the question on behalf of Captain Jasmy, but I will exclude any parts of that have already been covered in previous question. The first question is, do you envisage my numbers users to be able to hold or lock up Jasmine coin when using the my number app?
Okay, my number card. I asked the question. Yeah, my number card is a Japanese new IDs. Now government, intend to adapt or integrate my number card to a driver's license or life insurance card. So the my number card is newly the Japanese ID, commonly used by Japanese users. And also 70 or 80% users already have some my number cards as a new ID. So we plan, and also this my number card's strength is NFC card, so untouched but easy to use on our smartphone and get the information from this touch and NFC. So Jasmy plan to reward data providers with points, which will be stored as Jasmy coin in the we use some treasuries as exchanges or cold wallet process called lockup. So easy to lock up on exchanges with security. Or our project now, actually we are looking for something new, life insurance, actually kind of life insurance services with Genome project. So the my number system will be linked to the PDL with some KYC for, yeah. But the provision of personal information is up to the user direct discretions. So user should decide to use this data. And if user can allow to provide some user data to others, and also get some Jasmy coins on this related on this wallet related the PDLs. So especially for using some security purpose, for example, some medical purpose or financial purpose or governmental one. So it can be possible to achieve, to provide some minor the KYC by my number card. So already have some function on PDL, but we are looking for something new use cases more and more, because only to check it and this is Hara, so that's all. So now actually on our platform function is like that, likewise. So we're actually looking for something new collaboration with Panasonic, and also user easy to use some my number card and get the device information on PDL. So now actually we are creating some these use cases. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you for the question. Next question. When do you expect the ETH blockchain Jasmy Super Wallet to be released with the functionality to purchase and lock up the Jasmy coin?
Actually, for yeah, also already I mentioned. So Jasmy's ecosystem related in Jasmy's wallet, right? And Junction is layer 2 and open source. Actually, so this function is totally different. So Jasmine wallet combine some Jasmine coin. This means also switch from open source ERC20 to Jasmine coin to ERC20. So wrapped Jasmine coin on Jasmine chain. Then just we want to provide some point system. So the user can easy to get some point to provide some data and easy to exchange from point to tokens. So it's actually totally different from open source chains. So we just should separate from this open source wallet and layer 2 because we just focus on security market or some medical market. It's still have to prepare for some KYC, right? So Web3 people doesn't matter about KYC, but we actually strongly focus on Web2 companies collaboration in security. So that's why it cannot be possible easily to combine this Web2 companies information and Web3 wallet without KYC. So it's actually so totally different from this Jasmine wallet and Junctions blockchain, Junctions layer 2 actually. But, well, however, we want to combine some Jasmine PDL, so database, and Junction layer 2. So it's easy to collaborate with them because also database is also a kind of dApps we want to create from this technology side. So that's why, likewise, we want to collaborate with some database and combine some payment function as a chain. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Lockups and wallet are often topics of conversation among Jasmine folders. Good to hear about it. Next question. With the 4 years crypto cycles, is it a key objective to have utility before the bull market typically ends? Do you see the Jasmine coin prices decoupling from the general market once utility is in place?
Yeah, actually, the halving is an important factor in the crypto market. So, but since we focus on developing products based on actual demand, so we don't pay much attention to it in the long term. So, for example, one of our friends from South Korea-based VC newly established his VCs in this market. So it's not so active market, but some of the investors think it's really attractive market because it's not so a high price and easy to get some initial low price tokens initially. So also, yeah, not just Jasmine coin, but the entire crypto market tends to follow BTC. So we believe that charts reflect the overall market trends. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Finally, I'll ask Captain Jasmine's question. Do you expect the carbon credit exchange proceed to add value to the Jasmine coin? If yes, then how will this work?
The biggest challenge is to the deployment of the Jasmine blockchain platform as one of the standards for carbon credits in Japan. So building the infrastructure of an exchange means that we can expect to see the development of applications for companies that utilize the credit. As you know, carbon credits are not just something you buy and sell on an exchange to offset your carbon footprint and receive a certificate. So we can expect to see applications developed for manufacturing companies that handle more carbon and pass on the price of carbon to the products they offer to consumers. Okay, well, for example, one example is the carbon credit project being implemented in Nagano Prefecture in cooperation with BIOS, BIOS factory is located in Nagano Prefecture. And also, so Ando-san is still professor of Nagano University. So this is also really familiar with JASMY. So carbon prices pass onto the PC, and the user is using a PC that indirectly invests in carbon. So our credit uses NFT. This is ERC 1155. So we can connect companies and users. So we envision such a future where users are encouraged to actively contribute to the environment by registering for PDS. So registering points for carbon credit, etc., and attributing value to them. Actually, we already have some demo. User easy to use this camera and check the QR on some product, then just get a point on personal data locker related wallet. So it's also kind of point gathering activities from Japan. Or also this already starts conversation with something Europe, some carbon credit or some environment as a service providing companies who are like expanding this business into Japan, and also collaborate with some technical part and providing some API for who easy to use create some tokens or so exchange some relationships in this industry. So that's why we announce this carbon credit, and one of our vision for this year is expanding also launch of this carbon credit exchanges. So in offshore. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. That concludes the pre-submit question. Thank you for Hara. Does anyone have any question? I will select one or two people to ask them.
KJ, I just had one follow-up for Hara-san, if you don't mind, in regards to the data centers for Junction. Hara, I noticed that you had been recently appointed as the CFO for Non-Entropy Japan. I presume one of us would have found that soon, and I didn't know if you would like to elaborate on the relationship between the JASMY Junction ecosystem and the services that Non-Entropy Japan provides.
Okay, where about my relationships. Yeah, also this is so Non-Entropy Japan is IPFS mining company who have some data center located in Japan. So it's really familiar with Japanese tax reductions selling point. So how to sell? Also likewise, so collaborate with some IPFS data center. Even we can collaborate so as a junction, because IPFS data center is still almost all resources are empty. So just only provide some storage, but there are only few users on this IPFS. So, and also technical part, I can learn from this project how to provide some GPU or some data resources to the company, or how to manage, how to create some dApps on this IPFS. So it's actually for enough resources for me. So on the other hand, as this non-entropy task for myself is introduce them to Japanese auditors, or some provide some support for the progress for or some introduce them to another project who want to use some data centers resources or sales collaboration and so on. So like a kind of advisors. Yeah, but thanks so much for researching for this like around me.
Thank you for the response, Hara-san.
Okay, thanks for Brian. Does anyone have any questions? May.
Yeah, raise your hand.
Konnichiwa, yo ichinichi yo. Nice to see you, Hara. I have some questions about the SDK and the APIs. Would they enable the apps that are created with them to have secure PC-like functions and security?
Oh, SDK.
And the APIs. Would it have the same level of security and the functionality? Would you be able to create so if I was creating an application, would it have the same kind of functionality?
Yeah, gotcha. Also, lastly, I want to provide one of slide. So it's supportive for my answers. Can you see this slide? So JASMY platform. This is JASMY platform developer program, newly announced last 2 weeks ago on the Tech Plus. So this is also JASMY's a kind of SDK or API services, or not only SDK, but also this developer kit. JASMY developer, their tech team can support for creating some applications. Also, yeah, JASMY personal data locker and application already, yeah, aware about this product. Also already have some web API. So we need some NDA, but we can open like a little bit more for these companies or some SIs, so developer side. And the second is the log storage. It's really well known about blockchain functions. The third is token issuance and managed applications. So token ERC-2721 and E1155, and also NFT, and also fund token or soulbound tokens. The fourth is coin and point application. Also local currency is also now we are looking for something new collaboration with local football team or local bank. The fifth is marketplace application. So issued on the blockchain services and to sell and manage some set of various tokens. But it's actually so kind of different from other marketplace. The market is also using this NFT and directly to sell in regulations. We don't need to care about cryptocurrencies. So it's also the marketplace token means that the NFT first. Otherwise, yeah, SBT we cannot sell it. Only to sell this NFT on this market. The sixth is also application development kit for smartphones. So already issued some iOS application on for Saganto's fund token, and we can convert as a platform for this fund token applications. So yeah, like a software engineers or application creators, easy to create their like application on our platform. Of course, combine some personal data lockers. So company doesn't need to care about customers' personal information, and easy to use this information with some approval. So it's kind of we can provide as a SDK or API including. So we call it the developer program.
Brilliant, thank you. And will you're creating large language models? Would you also be creating behavior models also?
Yeah, sure. Also, now already mentioned collaboration with ZK protocols. So this means we want to create ZK and machine learning models. So this means user provides data with off-chain, then just we can provide some revenue opportunity with on-chain. So on-chain transaction by ZK and off-chain transaction by sending them data itself. So it means we can combine this data and on-chain functions. We want to provide some large language models, sound like a creating functions. Yeah, Horito-san, if you have any additional information, please add some details.
ホリリットさん、別の予定で抜けました。
Okay.
はい。
Okay, sorry. Yeah, likewise.
Thank you. And I've just got a question from a community member. It's regarding NVIDIA, and it is JASMY negotiating with NVIDIA in any way, partnerships or collaborations?
Yeah, already JASMY start business from like a semiconductor chip providing. So in 2016. So this means we are like familiar with some so IoT chip industry first. And also now actually we are looking for something new collaboration with IoT device companies. So this means we don't actually need now in this situation, we don't need to care about some collaboration with NVIDIA itself. So yeah, because they are also like providing some devices, then just really good also like really good industry in this GPU market. So yeah, JASMY also now actually support for IoT device company, and the IoT device company already of course have some demand to collaborate with NVIDIA about the GPU and also some like a data center with low fee. But we actually only focus on this IoT companies, so not as a developers. So that's why now actually we don't reach to collaborate with NVIDIA.
Brilliant, thank you. I just got one more question. Let me just choose a good one from the list. Will JASMY be releasing secure PC literature in English version? Because there's currently there's only Japanese versions that we find it.
Yeah, actually already launched by English version in Hong Kong and some South and East Asia market, because already pre-installed for Avita, the laptop brand. But it's also only this product for Avita, it's English version. So that's why we are actually looking for something new collaboration with this new consortium blockchain for providing this function. It's also in this developer programs doesn't combine this like a secure PC function. Actually, it's little different.
I mean, the instruction manual. In the instruction manual, an English version of the instruction manual, because you have a huge following from Europe and the US, and a lot of people are finding it difficult to find information. Is there any literature, any booklet about secure PC in English? Instruction manual and things like that.
Gotcha. Actually, yeah, so this means already product is released on English version. So that's why I guess the English version for explanation or some so information already issued. But sorry, I don't have it in this timing. So yeah, but actually for our corporation site, we don't have some English version for secure PC. So yeah, actually I'm struggling with the Japanese Japanese management team and some secure PC marketing teams for expanding this English version explanations. So yeah, wait for a moment for expanding.
Sorry. Thank you for your time, Hara.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.
Sorry, I was just getting a phone call. Sorry. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it for you.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day. KJ, it's still it's good time for closing.
Yeah. That concludes the AMA. Thank you for Mr. Horit, Mr. Taiko, Brian, and Mr. Hara for participating as a speakers. Thank you for to everyone who participate. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks so much. I have to prepare for my dinners and with my family, and also, yeah, really appreciate for you joining this AMA. And thank you for this ambassador team and Brian, Taiko-san, and many other teams. Yeah, please keep in touch and discuss further more about in future lists like next action from JASMY and Junctions. Anyway, thanks so much today. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.